Um, yeah, so what I really wanted to talk about is where I am right now. Um, I immigrated to another country, and for the past 3 years, it's been 3 years already right now, and for the past 3 years, or let's say for the past two and a half, I felt like I didn't even know what I was doing. I feel like I didn't even know what I was doing. I was alone. I was away from family. Didn't really know what I was doing. I was studying. I was just trying to navigate, trying to just survive. Basically, like I didn't really know what I was doing. Plus, being autistic, I was just in this country, basically just blind, just on the surface. And I feel like after 2024, my eyes basically just opened. It was like, wait a minute, what have I been doing? When I was 21, I moved to this country when I was 21. Didn't know exactly what I wanted, right? At that time I just really wanted to move from Nigeria at that time. And I got into school, did about 1 year of school, finished, started working, and now it's just dawning on me right now, like what have I been doing for the past 3 years? And yeah, I just right now feel like I need a change. I've always wanted a change, but it was just at that time I didn't really even know like what I didn't really have like a solid um I don't really have a solid plan on what I wanted to do. So I was just working at this job that I got. So I finished school and then I started working, which was it's still I'm still working at this job, and it's a very very challenging job. And then I'm just like realizing like I really cannot do this job anymore. I've always known though. I've always known that it was not a job that I would do for the rest of my life, but just for a very short period of time. Um, I've been working as a nursing aide for the past I would say past 3 years, because I started studying, and then since my school started in 2021, I got a job. I got a job about like 3 months after. So basically, I started working as a nurse aide even while I was still studying. So let's say 3 years. Let's say 3 years in now. And holy cow. Um, I I feel like I do have trauma. I have trauma on this job. I do have huge trauma. I have huge pain that I've experienced from doing this job. And also doing this job has kind of like formed me into who I am today. I've always been who I am, but I feel like certain behavioral, do I say characteristics that I wasn't really showing, like now I am really showing those behaviors. And not bad behaviors, because it's for sure in healthcare, and it's a very very challenging career sector. And it is really challenging. It was challenging, and it is still challenging for me. And I'm just realizing I actually do want something else. I don't think I can continue in this sector. Not even in this sector. I do love healthcare, but continue in this particular job for for even more 3 more months. I'm like, I'm done. Um, I I've applied for my PR because I moved to this country as a student. So the next thing to do is to it's kind of really dark right now because of it's cloudy. I hope you guys can see me. The clouds are really really covering the sun right now. But yeah. So I got my admission to study here, and then I'm currently working on my PR, which I have applied. And I feel like this is what has led to the point of this video, because I have applied for my PR, and it's like, okay, so what is it going to be? I don't know. So I applied for my PR, and it's like I'm not so sure what the outcome of the application would be. I do for sure have fear. I do have fear on the response of the application, because I'm not sure if it's going to be approved or not. And I still very much have fear of going back home, because if you're out of status, then you're basically illegal. You're basically living in this country illegal, and the only thing that you'd have to do is to go back home. And I do have fear on that, based on the situation of the country. Aside from the situation of the country, I do feel like I've basically just like my adult years, my early adult years, I've been in this country. I've there's a lot of things that I've been able to do just by the opportunities that Canada has offered to me. Yeah, who I am today, right now, as of this moment, I'm really really grateful for Canada. I feel like it has changed my life. It has changed my life basically, and for the past 3 years, I've basically just embedded in the Canadian culture as much as I can. I'm basically almost Canadian at this point. So it'll be hard to just go home, because this is where I'm beginning to feel like it's beginning to feel like home. Although not as much, because there's sometimes that I just still feel very lost, and it's beginning to feel like home. I'm pretty much adapting really well, alone with no family again. And also Canada has given me the opportunity to also like have a dream. I met someone in Montreal, and I was talking to her about my moving to Canada and how Canada has been able to give me the chance to have a dream, and she didn't understand. She was like, "What do you mean?" But I still stand by that. I feel like being in Canada has really really opened my as giving me the chance to be whatever I want. Unlike back home you could be whatever you want, but there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of barriers, there's a lot of things that would keep you from your dreams will be killed basically. But being here in Canada, I've been able to just have a dream, have a solid dream, and everything is possible in this country. Like literally everything is possible, and which is why I've decided to go further, because I'm currently working in healthcare for sure. I've worked in the hospital. I've worked in 2 hospitals now, and I've worked in the surgery unit, which has also like widened and opened my mind on the healthcare system, and also it has strengthened my love, or should I say my passion for healthcare, and which is why I'm deciding to go to school, have my undergrad, and then go for medical school and to become a doctor, which may sound really really weird or really really strange coming from someone like me, because I do arts. I do have a little bit of a art background. I do films. I paint a little bit, and all of a sudden now, I won't say all of a sudden, like it has always been there to do something in the medical field. It has always been there, but it wasn't really strong. It was just really shallow. And until when I like got a job at the hospital, I'm like, oh my god, this feels great. This feels so great. Like being able to like help people and just make an impact on people is great. And which is why now that I've applied for my PR and I'm waiting for a response, it's like it's a very very hard place to be, because right now I don't really have anything to do. I'm just waiting, and it's yeah, my work permit also expires in less than 3 weeks. So it's like, holy shit, what am I what am I gonna do? Um, but yeah, I do have a very very strong passion for the medical field. I love going to work at the hospital and just feeling exhausted. I love that feeling of exhaustion. I love the feeling of helping people. I love it. I feel like a lot of people talk about how you're really miserable when you're working in healthcare. I was thriving on that misery. Like I loved being tired to the core, which probably isn't like a nice thing to say. But um yeah. So I really do want to be a doctor. I really want to help people back home as well. I do. I also remember, because like before I moved to this country in 2019, I opened a non like an NGO, and I've always had the mindset to help people, to make a change to the African community and to the world as a whole, but most specifically African communities. So yeah, so I'm currently just waiting for a decision on my application, and that way I can move forward in life. And I don't want to go back home as of right now, um, because I do believe that I still have things to achieve. I have I've struggled a lot to just pack up my bags and just go home. So, and I do have a dream. I have a very very strong dream. Um, and I'm still very much an artist too. I still very much think about arts. I still very much think about creating things, which is something that I would like to document another day, on how I kind of like juggle both things, because um, I've been studying too. I've been trying to like study and freshen my mind with biology, and I have lots of books right now. I have lots of books that I read right now, and I have lots of podcasts that I listen to from medical students and doctors and surgeons, and just in the medical field alone. And also, after which I got my diagnosis of ADHD, I've been able to like understand myself and how to manage studying, how to manage my ability to focus. And I do have this strong belief that I can actually really excel. I can excel in my undergrad. I can excel in my medical school. I can excel in my medical college of the admission test, the MCAT. Um, yeah, I just feel like I can excel, because I do know myself now. I know how to manage. I know how to handle myself. Um, it just feels like the sky is the limit. It's just now. It's just I'm just waiting for something. I'm just hoping for the best. Um, so yeah, which is why I decided to make this video, just to document this time of my life, because I'm still working at this job, and it's just more of like a requirement. And I feel like everything in this life now, I'm like I basically just realized that everything in this life, or everything in this country, is basically step by step. Whereas you get an admission from your country, which is outside of Canada, and then you study, you get your work permit, and then you get a job, and you get an employer to sponsor you, whatever is the case. It's just from one step to another step. So, and I feel like I've completed a lot of these steps. It's just, which is the next step right now. I got my admission, I finished studying, I started working. I've been working for 2 years, and now it's just like getting your permanent residency, which is your card that would make you stay here in the country permanently. You can go to school. You can apply for student loans. You can do whatever job that you want to do. You could travel. You could go back home. You'd basically just, just like a resident. You're just like a permanent resident here in the country. So I just hope that things go well for me, and it'll really help me out to achieving my goals for the future. So yeah, it's really really nice out here. I do really feel that I would probably come here often, maybe to make videos, also probably to study or do some art, whatever. It feels nice. It feels really really nice in here. And yeah. So I don't know what time it is right now, but it's currently 13:23, which is 1:23. So I've been here for like half an hour. So yeah, I hope that I'm able to watch back, look back to this documentation of mine, and I hope it'll make sense. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm trying to talk about that I really haven't spoken about, but other than that, is the purpose of me making this video is because I also do feel very very miserable, because it's like, what do I do right now? I'm waiting for an approval, or just a response, just something, waiting for an approval or a response from the Canadian immigration, and it's like, I'm just waiting. It's like, this is a very very vulnerable time of my life, because I don't really know what to do. Going to work feels like a chore. I don't really enjoy. I enjoy my job, but then I don't enjoy my job, and I feel like it's another video. It's another thing that I'd like to document in another video, separately. But I don't really enjoy my job that I currently do. So it's like, I just really want to get that PR and go to school and just probably change my environment and just do something different. So yeah, so I'm just waiting, and it's a very very, it's a worse place to be waiting, because I'm just working, and I'm working a full-time job right now, and my main purpose of working a full-time job is to get my PR too, because it's just step by step, everything has like a requirement. So I'm working to get my PR, so it feels like a chore, basically working 40 hours a week. And it's just like, after 40 hours a week, what do I do? It's like, I don't really have any hobbies that I do anymore. I don't really have any motivation. Dissociating myself, if that's the word, from family, from friends. It's just, I don't really have any. Should I say joy? I still do very much have pain in my heart. But yeah. So I'm just like a ghost, with no purpose, just waking up, sleeping, eating, going to work, repeat, And I sometimes study, but it's like, I'm studying and I don't really have my PR. And mind you, I cannot go to school without getting my PR. I can't go back to school without getting my PR. So it's like, do I really need to study right now? Or do I just wait? Yeah, so I don't really know. It's just, I feel like I could go on and on to talk, because it feels really relaxing. It feels really good talking right now, because it feels like a vice. It feels like a solace for me right now, because after this video, it's like, what am I going to do? It's like, I don't really have anything to do. I could talk to my family, yes, but then the time difference, and it's just I'm just in a different place in my head mentally right now. So but anyway, I'm really happy. I'm really glad today that I'm able to do this right now. Able to record, able to have a camera, able to have a microphone that really supports me being able to document. So it feels good. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the past 3 years. I mean, it's been hard, but I'm still really grateful for the opportunities that I've been able to that have been offered to me. Um, I've been able to visit countries. I've been able to be free and move around the world. Um, just being free. I've been able to be with other people from other countries. I've been able to experience other cultures. So yeah. Either way, I'm grateful. Either way, I'm grateful. So yeah, I hope I would stop this video right now, right here. Um, I'm still kind of like figuring out how to end the videos when I make them, but I don't know. It's not a YouTube video. It's just a documentation for the future. So yeah. I don't know how to end this. I really don't know how to end this. But I guess I'll just end it anyway. Okay, so I actually just made a video just right now, and I thought that I'll make another video because I don't know when next I'll be able to record. But I feeling being outside makes me feel so energetic right now, and it's really good. I feel like being outside really suits me so well. I should be outside really more. But yeah, in this documentation, I'd like to talk about my experience working in healthcare. My experience working as a care aide, as a nursing aide, as an orderly, whichever title it is that people use around the world. Um, so I started working as a nursing aide in like 2021, and holy cow, it has been really, 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 really hard. And um, yeah, it has just been really, really hard. Like it has been really, really hard because first of all, working as a nursing aide. So basically, what a nursing aide or a care aide does is they pretty much just do the personal care for people, um, while the nurses would do the medical aspect, like the medication, you know, other things, and we would do like the personal care, like grooming and feeding and just a lot of things that people cannot do on their own. Would help them do them. And a lot of times there are people in the healthcare centers, there are people in nursing homes, there are people in the hospitals that we as nursing aides would go and work for. And as someone who has very, very bad ADHD, it was really, really hard for me. And healthcare is a very, very fast paced sector whereby there's a routine for everything. And I really didn't find it really, really easy because I really had ADHD and I really couldn't focus. Like I would forget so many things and I would really have issues with my coworkers. And then it's my coworkers would sometimes not like work with me. I've had situations whereby because this is how it is in the healthcare region. At work, basically you're paired with a partner, so you're working in twos or sometimes in threes, but rarely in threes, but you're mostly working in twos, and you'd have a partner. I don't know, it's really dark. I don't know if you guys can see me, but I hope you guys can hear me. It's very I don't know, it's I'm just trying to switch things around. But anyway, yeah, you'd work in twos, and a lot of times my partner would request to the church nurse to have a different partner because I'm not really catching up. I don't really know what I'm doing. It was really that bad. I got bullied. Yeah, I got bullied a lot of the time. There are times where I would go home crying because it was just really hard, and I was someone who was very, very young, and didn't I was someone that was young. I didn't really know a lot about my own personal care, and imagine someone like that being doing a job doing other people's personal care. It was a lot of it was a struggle. because I can only care for people if I'm really cared for. I left my parent, I left my sisters to I still need care, but I'm providing care for other people, and it was really 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 tough, and I just really couldn't do it. And that was all that is a major part to why this job has been really challenging for me. But right now it's better because I'm a lot grown. I'm able to manage my ADHD. I have little notes that I write. Um, I feel more. I don't know. I feel more better at the job. And the other part of the job that I think it's getting sunny again. I don't know. I'm just trying to manage the filter. And yeah, and the other part of the job that I really, really, really struggled with as well is I would say that a lot of people treated me really, really different to how they would treat other people in the healthcare system. And I do get it too. I get it too. But I just wasn't comfortable with how I was treated. And also, and that was a little bit manageable, not until I got into the hospital, the hospital, and I'm like, holy shit. You know, I was working at the surgical unit at the Royal University Hospital, and I really saw how I really saw how I was treated as a black nursing aide, where it's I don't know how to say this and make sense, um, but you're working with the nurses, you're working with the so basically this is what it is. You're working in a unit, and there's a lot of people, healthcare workers in a unit. So basically, you have the nursing aides, you have the maybe I'll go from the top. You have the surgeons, you have the attendants, you have the residents, you have the medical students, which are the clerks, you have the nurses, you have the dietitians, you have the physiotherapists, you just have a lot of people in one unit. And then there you are as a nursing aide and also as a black person. You're basically invisible. I was basically so invisible, and that made me feel like, oh my god, wow. you know um I don't think I'm making this up at all. I feel like this is what I feel as someone who is a dark skinned African worker in the healthcare system, and you're working with other people that have this very very higher rank above you. You're just invisible, and I really wasn't I really wasn't comfortable with that to an extent. And then and also the way that I'm just being treated, the way I'm being talked to, the way I'm being looked down at, a lot of the time. And I just feel like I can do better. I just feel like I just have this this zeal to do better, because I'm really young. I could go back to school. I could really do something. I could really be something. I could be someone. I have the chance to go back to school and better myself, better my environment, better my community. And I'm just so eager to go back to school, very very eager, and which is why um you know it has been challenging. It has just been challenging. I do enjoy the job. I do enjoy having to help people. I do enjoy having to just be there for people, listen to people, and then provide all sort of help and care for people. Meanwhile, I'm also struggling um, within this aspect, because I do need help. I do need care. I do need all of these other things. Um, but yeah, that was the challenging part of the job. And also it's just you know working with the mean nurses too. I mean, there are also really good nurses as well. They're really really good nurses that have been really really kind, not just to me, kind to the patients, kind to the other co-workers, kind to the laundry staff or the kitchen staff, or the housekeeping staff. And working with a good nurse would really really make your shift. And someone like me working with like a really group, like a bad set of workers, is just really hard, plus being black too. So either way, I enjoy my job. I enjoy working at the hospital. I feel like it was the happiest time of my life. Although it was very very hard part of my life, because I was working 12 hour shifts. I was exhausted. I was tired. I was on my feet all day long. But I loved doing that. I loved doing the job. I loved talking to the patients. I loved just talking to family members. I loved providing whatever they needed in my capacity. So yeah, it's a nice job. It's a great job. But when you have these things going on, and you also move into another country where you don't really have family support, you don't have emotional support, you don't have financial support, and all these things go on at your working place, it might really affect you. And also it also really takes it really takes a lot of my time working in the arts, because I also really couldn't do any arts. um I work and I just get home and I just get so tired. I can't even do anything else. I really would like that I can do my job as a healthcare worker, and also have a little bit of time to be here in the nature right now, or to do arts, to do other things, talk to family. But at that time, 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, I just really didn't know how to maintain or how to balance that. So it was really a struggle going to work, trying to pay bills. It's like you can't even take time off because you have to pay bills. Say for example, you're really really having a hard time at work, you can't really take your time off because you really have to pay bills. So and also have family back home, and just make sure everyone is okay. So I feel like right now I'm a lot very very happy. But usually when I talk about what this job has done to me, it usually takes a huge toll on me. Like I usually tear up a lot of the time. The times where I've tried to record this video and I just started tearing up so much, because it was just from a place of pain, from a place of pain, that I've faced in this job. But today I feel like the sun, the vitamin D, I feel really good. I feel really great. Um, yeah, so I feel like I'm in a very good mental space to pretty much document about this right now. So yeah, that is what has been challenging. That is what I've been facing since doing this job. And I just hope that I can do something else. I hope I can be better. I hope I can better myself. I hope I can go back to school, and I can just be a better person, basically. Just be a better person, basically, and meet people, have community. It also sometimes feels lonely too, because like I said, I went to school and I just started working, so I didn't really have any friends. I didn't really have any university friends. I didn't really have any university community or university club, or so it was just basically me just working. And a lot of my coworkers, oh yeah, a lot of my coworkers are people that are very very older. They're older than me. They're a lot older than me. There are people that are like in their 40s and 50s, and I was like 21, 20, 24 right now. And I do have a lot of, like, at my job right now currently, I'm usually always like the youngest at my job. All of the healthcare jobs that I've had, I've always been the youngest. And and it's just like, oh my god, like I really just want to do something better. I really just want to do something with my time. um and I often think about, oh yeah, I'm 24 now. If I go back to school for an undergrad, by the time I finish, I'll be 29, 30. I'm like, holy, I'm going to be so old. And all of that. So a lot of my coworkers are like really really older than me, so I don't really have any friends from work. I do have a few though from work, but they're nurses right now. We used to work together when they were nursing students, and now they graduated and they work as a nurse. Um, some people we've worked together, like in the same hospital. While I still work as a care aide and they work as a nurse, um, which is really great. So I don't really have any friends at my age that I could talk to, that I could ask for help, or I could ask for like those basic things, or hang out with. So a lot of times it has been very very it has been very very lonely. Um, I've been here 3 years, and I can tell you I can count the amount of friends that I have. Um, Although I'm not the type of person to have a lot of friends, but still I don't really have. I'm not in that situation where I can even pick friends, where I can even like have friends to talk to. So I'm basically on my own a lot of the time, which is great. Which is great. I'm okay. I really love being alone. I love my alone time anyway. I love solo traveling. I love going out on my own. So it's great anyway. But I would just really love to be in a new dimension. I'd love to be in a new space in my life, um, where I can have friends. I can just meet people. I can just meet people. I can have mentorship. I can mentor people. I can just help myself basically. So, which is why I think about all the things that I could be. I think about all the good things that I could be, and it's just, I just want to quit this job right now. I just If I could quit right now, I would quit. Um, I would quit. I feel like right now I'm a lot. Right now at this moment, right now, I don't know if it's the sun doing something to me, or if it's the wind doing something to me, but I really do feel good about. Like, I do feel good. On a normal day, I probably would have been tearing up right now. There are times that I would call my family in tears, just breaking down because I just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, I just really couldn't do it anymore. It's a lot better now because the job that I have right now, I don't really provide care. I don't really provide personal care to people. It's more of feeding, nourishment snacks, and taking people's order, like the menu for lunch and supper time. Um, I'm more of a kitchen staff right now, which feels great. It's great to my mental health. It's better. Although it's the timing of the job is weird, but it's better now. I do enjoy my job right now, but I'm not really the traditional nursing aide. I'm not the traditional nursing. I just do nourishment. Help setting up the tables, the cutleries, and feeding people. Um, and that's all. That's basically all I do. Giving people ice chips, ice water, juice, snacks, dessert. That's it feels so great. It feels so great. But I feel like, okay, it's great, but I still want something else. I want something. I want to go to school. I want to do well in my grades. I just want to be there. I just want to be at the top. And also I want to have a chance to go back home, um, see what I can do to the community back home, see how I could help back home with my experience and all of the things, the knowledge that I have here in Canada, and all of the things that I've gained, to see if I could to see what I can do, what I can offer back home. So yeah, I'm really glad, and I feel relieved too. I feel relieved to be able to make this documentation right now. I feel happy. I don't really think there's anything else for me to talk about, but I do realize I talk really fast. I really talk really fast, but I'm very very happy. Actually, I feel like my camera actually died on me. So but which is great too, because I'm almost at the end of the video. So yeah. So that's all I wanted to document about. I'm just utterly surprised. I'm very very surprised how I'm able to talk about how this job has made me feel, and I'm very very like smiley, and I'm very very happy. Usually I would be tearing up really really bad, but it's interesting too how being outside in the sun can influence your mental health. It's very interesting because I'd have been crying, tearing my eyes up with mucus on my nose, talking about how this job is killing me. But it feels great. It feels really great. I feel like I should do this more often. Be out in the nature, and just enjoying and just breathing. So yeah, I guess this would be the end of this documentation. It's currently 1:50 p.m. October 19th. It's a Saturday. It's my day off at work. I go to work on Monday to Friday. Yeah.